Ladies and gentlemen, now let us take a look to understand the theory of motivations. We start with the Maslow hierarchy of needs theory, which is one of the most popular theory. So this theory can refer as a pyramid, as what you can see, and we will start to understand this pyramid from the bottom up, which he started with physiological, followed by safety. Third one is called social, and we have the esteem, and the last at the top there you can see we have self, which is referred to self-actualizations, yaitu Anda ingin menjadi sesuatu yang memusatkan kepada diri sendiri ataupun kendiri, self. So we will look at the detail about this theory, Maslow theory, on the following. So for each needs or keperluan is substantially or significantly to be satisfied, and from there the people or the employee will move to another level of needs or demand before he can go for the third and fourth in the pyramid. So he starts from the bottom. So let us look at the pyramid for every level, or we call it demands or needs from the individual and person. So at the bottom you can see physiological, or we call it survival needs. Apakah keperluan yang diperlukan untuk terus hidup? Example, people talk about food, drink, sex, warmth, merasa selamat, selesa, okay, which is referred to physical comfort, keselesaan, di mana kita perlukan makan, minum, okay, termasuk keperluan seks sebagai sesuatu asas kehidupan. So this will be as a driving force to motivate people to look for all these basic needs. Talk about food, you want to get the money, you want to have security, or the basic thing in your life. Okay, so this will be the basic fundamental survival in terms of physically and psychologically. Okay, sama ada dari segi fizikal maupun dari segi psikologi, keperluan manusia. Ladies and gentlemen, the second level of the needs can refer as a safety needs, which people want freedom from any dangers. So an individual cannot satisfy any level unless these people have been fulfilled on the level that they required. Example, a person when he have enough for him or her to survive in terms of the food, then only then he can go for the higher level at the safety needs. So these safety needs we can refer to the history like the Robinson, which first he will look for water, food and shelter, and after that he built to another second levels of motivation, which he have built the stockage, satu pondok atau rumah kecil, and he will get enough reserve for the food and the drinks for him to survive, and only then he will go for the next level to get the safety to build his own house, little house, because he want to free from the dangers. And after to fulfill the physiological or survive needs, the safety needs, and the third one we can see is the social needs, which people want to feel about the friendship, the love between the human to human, affection, feelings, as well the belonging ataupun kekitaan dalam sesebuah keluarga, organisasi maupun syarikat. They want to have such feeling. After they have enough safety, they have enough about food and drinks. So this will be another higher level. From the social needs, the next thing people will look at will be the esteem needs, which we can refer to people want some status, come with the positions such as manager, senior manager, general manager, and the others thing. People want to be respect. People want to have a certain prestige ataupun keistimewaan, keunikan, as well promotion. And this level of people, they talk about power, recognitions, influence, pengaruh on others people, right? After they have enough for the needs of social, safety, and survivors. So let us look at the top of the pyramid, which we have thing called needs for self-actualizations, iaitu apa yang sebenarnya seseorang individu pada akhirnya ingin mencapai yang dihendaki olehnya. So we can see that an individual eventually they look for something very unique, which they think that this will be the ultimate aim for them. Example, some people they really enjoy about music, the arts, climbing the mountain, or doing something charity, not because of the money, but this is what at the end of their life they are looking for, right? So after they have all the basic safety and as well the extreme needs. So the need of self-actualizations actually is to reflect the actual potential an individual have, which is he's capable to perform. And in summary, the theory of the Maslow, we can say that people or humans being have wants or needs, mempunyai sesuatu yang mereka perlukan ataupun idamkan, which all this can be a motivator to influence their behavior or their actions. Only the unsatisfied needs influence behavior. Satisfied needs do not. This means when they have something they want to fulfill, they will do all their best in order to get the thing they desire. But for whatever they already have, they will not bother because they will look something that they desire or they want in the pyramid. A person have many needs and they need to arrange the importance of their needs, okay, from the basic, as what we say, the food and the drinks, until the complex level at the top of the pyramid, which is focused on the self-actualizations. So a person normally they will go for another next level higher after they have fulfilled or achieved their certain level. So we can relate this Maslow hierarchy in the business, which at the lower of the pyramid, that will be the needs. Example, we call it physiological needs, which people need money to buy the food and the drinks for the survivor's needs. Keperluan untuk hidup dengan mencari wang ringgit dalam pekerjaan mereka. However, the motivating effect will be last for a short period. This is because after they have enough food and drinks, the money as a motivator will be not longer significant or effective. So at the higher level, the praise, respect, recognition, empowerment, and the sense of belonging are far more powerful, are far more effective as a motivator compared to the money. Because when people at the higher level, they will talk about the power, they will talk about respect, they will talk about self-actualizations more than the money. So people are motivated by those unsatisfied needs at the top of the pyramids. Ini bermaksud pekerja ataupun seseorang individu bukan hanya semata-mata boleh dipenuhi dengan wang ringgit. Tetapi apabila mereka mempunyai wang ringgit, mereka memerlukan sesuatu yang lebih tinggi dari segi tahapnya, seperti kuasa ataupun kuasa pengaruh, jauh lebih daripada faktor wang ringgit. So the lower level needs have to be satisfied before the higher level needs. Okay, so this one you can refer to the pyramid that we have see before this. We start from the lower and he go for the second level and the third level and so on the top. So therefore, as a good manager can motivate his subordinate or employee by certify the lower level needs, or the employee would not be motivated. So this means the manager need to know what is the need for the employee in order to motivate this employee effectively. From the Maslow theory, we look at another theory. We call it theory X and Y. So that will be the assumption in this theory, which is say The motivation is maximized by the participative decision making, interesting job, and the good group relation, iaitu perhubungan kumpulan yang baik. So, when the employee is termed by theory X, so this employee theory X will have these few characteristics. The first one, this type of employee will have a very little ambitious, iaitu tidak bercita-cita besar. Number two, dislike work, tidak suka kerja. The third one, avoid responsibility, tidak mahu memikul tanggungjawab. So in short, it sounds negative when the employee have this type of feature. Okay, little ambitious, don't like about the works, and don't want to hold any responsibility. So this type of people we can term it as a theory X. On the opposite, we have the employee called theory Y. So they are very self-directed, boleh mengawal diri sendiri tanpa pengawasan yang ketat. And second, this group of people, they enjoy their work a lot. And the third one, they happily to accept any responsibility that given by the superior. We like to elaborate more on theory X people. So as what we see that this group of people is dislike work and will avoid the work if they can, right? The less work, the better. Kalau kerja sedikit, lagi bagus. And therefore, this group of people, they need to be controlled very closely. And you always need to direct them, mengarahkan mereka. Or even though you need to threaten them, okay, menghasut mereka in order to make them work. Okay, otherwise it will be very difficult. So this group of people, they don't have self-control, self-initiative. Therefore, they like to be directed by someone at the top. They would like to avoid responsibility, lari daripada tanggungjawab. Okay, and they have little ambitious, cita-cita yang kecil ataupun tak ada cita-cita. Right? So therefore, they have very little of capability, kebolehan yang amat terhad, and they are not creative, and they are not the good problem solver. Okay, they cannot solve any issue in their work, in their life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us look at another group of employee or people. We call them theory Y. The theory Y people or the theory Y employee, they are using their physical as well their mental effort, thinking skill in the work as the natural as the play or rest. That means they like to implement their thinking skill and they put the seriousness at their works. So this group of people, they always exercise self-directed. They no need to be closely supervised, and they are self-control, boleh kawal diri sendiri, and they learn not only accept but also seek for responsibility. Mereka bukan hanya terima, bahkan mereka mencari ataupun ingin mendapatkan tanggungjawab dari segi tugasan ataupun di tempat kerja mereka. So they are the creative to solve the problems because they think a lot and they work seriously. We look at another set of theory called goal setting theory. So this theory will guide people set a proper goal and to manage the goal well. And from the setting and the management of the goal will motivate people to achieve the goal. And the effect of the task of the goal. Okay. With this effect from the goal provide people directions how they should work. Okay. Example, when they set the goal to achieve certain amount of sales, so this sales of goal setting will drive the people to sell their product according to their plan. Number 2, this goal setting provide a very clear performance expectation. As I say, people can set target to sell a certain product or service at a certain level of achievement. And number 2, the goal setting is a platform to give a feedback to the employee. Example, when they set to sell certain product, example 100,000 unit, so they can measure easily where are they from the 100,000 target, okay, according to the timeline. And this will provide a self-management or self-control behavior to the involved people, how serious that they should work towards their goal. And we would like to look at the process of this goal setting, okay, which they started to set a very specific goal, clear goal, and the goal must be challenging, and they must get the involved employee, the entire team to accept, to give a commitments, okay, and it's very important for the leaders, the manager to keep on giving feedback. How is the team to achieve their goal from time to time? And lastly, when they achieve their goal, they need to be rewarded accordingly.